Hi there, Kasama Lee here. Happy New Year. 2024 is here. I mean, that last year, it was like a blink of an eye, and the year just went, right? Well, here we are at the beginning of the year. I know that many of you, including myself, have plans and goals and milestones that you want to accomplish in 2024. And I just thought that this little demonstration I'm about to share with you will bring you some value, will add some value to your perspective of whatever milestones or goals or plans that you may have for your life and your family and your career and so on and so forth. Just to give you a perspective, one of my passion spots is in leadership and professional development. I am actually, back in 2012, I have been certified through the John Maxwell, a globally recognized leadership organization where basically individuals like me are trained and developed and become certified as trainers and coaches. There are thousands of us out there around the world. At any rate, yes, I am a real estate agent. I've been doing this this is actually by February of 2024, it's gonna be 20 years, 2 decades. Can you believe that? Well, that is what I do professionally. What I have a passion spot for is my way of giving back and serving, whether it's through my church, through schools, through classrooms, through an assembly at our high schools, or youth groups, and so on and so forth, where I speak about personal and professional development and leadership development. And so with that, I'm gonna do this demonstration for you, and I hope that it applies to you in some way, and that you, at the end of this video, you take away what would make sense to you in your plan in 2024. And it has to do with how we prioritize things. So first of all, pretend this is your life. This little beautiful transparent jar is your life. It's what is all going to be contained in here. And your priorities and your higher priorities and lower priorities, everything has to fit in here for it to work, okay? So here's the thing. What most of us do is we end up overflowing by the end of the year, or sometimes not even by the end of the year. By mid-year, we're overflowing. Stuff is just spilling out. How many times have you heard people, or maybe you have found yourself said this, that I'm so busy, I don't have time. I can't do anymore, right? So let's see what you put in there throughout the process, okay? So first of all, you're gonna love my props. I used rice, okay? We do love eating rice at home. But anyway, you're putting stuff that is basically fillers. Sometimes it's other people's agenda. Sometimes it's the things that you thought were necessary. Sometimes it's time waster, right? Watching TV, getting on the computer because we're so stressed and we need to fill our time with other things. So we do all of these things, right? And they're easier things. So it's much easier to fill our life with easier things. They're not necessarily the most important things, but they take up space, right? And then you have other stuff like errands, groceries, running around, taking care of business, but they have to get done, right? Somebody has to do it. Now, some of these things I found, they're not necessarily things that you have to do. Other people can do it, but it takes delegation and you having to give up control of it getting done. Have you ever heard of that expression? You might have said it yourself. I know I've said it myself. I don't do it as much now, of like, you know, if it's gonna take so much for me to get somebody else to do it, I might as well do it myself. It's faster. Well, that takes up space, right? And then now you're trying to fit in other things, right? Like, I don't know, working, gotta pay the bills, right? If you're renting, you're paying rent. You have a house, you gotta pay mortgage, right? Wait, I got something really cool that I want to share, but where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Gotta make money. Money, 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 right? Because you need that to even eat, clothe, and so on and so forth, right? So then you gotta do things to make this happen. And then now you might have a little bit of space. And then you go, wait, what else is important? Oh, family is important, right? Family is important, gotta make room for that. And then some of us have a lot of friends because we're popular. Some of us have a few friends. So I have really a handful of friends that we can be openly talking about things and actually support one another. So it's not the quantity, it's the quality, right? Well, regardless, they need space in your life too. Friends, right? And then for those of you who believe in the higher power, so our families are Christians, right? So God is an important aspect in our lives, like really priority, okay? But so whatever your religion may be, your faith needs space too, because you got to pray, you got to be, if you go to church, temple, whatever that is part of your faith, that requires space that is filling up. But we just remember to do that, so we put that in there, right? And then you have the things that you dream about. How many of you this year, you're thinking you're gonna buy a home? It may be your first home, it may be your second home, you sold one, you're buying a new one, whatever that may be. How many of you are dreaming about your dream vacation that you've been wanting to take? Is this the year? Well, all of that, a lot of the dreams require this, right? So we got that in there. Now let me see how I can fit the dream in there. Okay, so do you see how we're filling up? It's filling up really quickly. But this is your whole space that you have. So there is God, right? As I mentioned, for our family, he's kind of the big rock. So let's see if we can make it fit. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. We talked about buying a house, right? So there's the house. It's pretty full. Where do you put it? All my money is spent. I haven't budgeted for it. I gotta save for money. I've been talking about this for the last 5 years. Don't have the down payment. Maybe you should look into down payment assistance. Message me and I can tell you more about it. And actually there's a video that I talked about. But anyway, this is part of your dream and it takes up quite a bit of space because your mortgage payment is one of your biggest monthly payment items, right, out there. So do we make it fit? It's already not fitting, right? And then we're thinking friends, relationships, our heart, the people we love, people we care about. How do we make it fit? Do you see how it's overflowing? And these are the important things, right? And we're already running out of space because the fillers took up all the space, the unimportant things, the other people's agenda, the things that don't necessarily move the needle in your life had filled up the space because the demands kept coming in, right? So that's the part where you got to figure out how to set boundaries and stand behind it. You got to protect your time. So now we got all of these things, right? Oh, how about a little peace? I forgot about peace. Peace gets you places to be able to think clearly and deal with challenges in life. But where are we going to put it? Because we're out of space. You see that? So there's your life. That was my life. Well, that used to be my life. Until I figured out that this is not the order of things. So now I'm going to show you how it might be possible for the big things to fit into your life. We're back. Now let's try another way, and I will tell you this, we're human beings and human nature doesn't really, it's kind of counterintuitive. So most people don't approach life this way, right? And that's why there's a work of professional personal development, leadership development because of this, okay? So we saw what it was like to be overfilled with stuff. This was the stuff that wasn't necessarily important, but they filled up, they took up space. So how about if we move things around, knowing what our priorities are, the things that are important in our lives, that take up quite a bit of space actually, why don't we just reverse it and fill this first, right? What did I say? Family, our faith, right? What did I say? Friends. Ooh, peace. More peace. Peace in our lives. Okay? How about a house? How many? Raise your hand if you are planning to buy a house or selling your house this year. I'm going to put it in here right now. Right now. Look at that. Wait, let me just make sure I make room for the other little stuff that is coming up. Look at this. Look at this, okay? I already feel better. Not so stressed, trying to make it all fit, right? Now we have the errands. The things we got to do. Responsibilities. If you have young kids, you know, all those soccer games, swim meets, and so on and so forth. I was a basketball mom, so, right? So you have all of these things that require your time that you gotta make happen. And don't forget this, right? What's that saying Zig Ziglar says? Money isn't everything, but you sure can breathe better with more of it, right? Because it gives you the ability to afford the lifestyle, to take the vacation, to pay the bills, you know, all the usual stuff. If you have kids who are in sports or in whatever different programs, uniforms, all of those things require the ability to pay for them, right? If you have kids in private school, tuitions, right? So now, look at this. Look at all this. We made the important stuff fit. Now bring on other people's agenda. Bring on, now I just want to waste some time. I want to sit and watch TV and not talk to anybody. Bring on, I want to just get on a computer, watch YouTube, watch my video, right? And you know what? Here's the deal. I'm trying not to spill because then I have to clean it up. Okay. So you kind of filled it up, right? With the non-essential stuff. Things that are not urgent, things that are not important, but they're fillers. We all have them, right? So you kind of made it all fit. And guess what? Your important stuff is still in there. Can you see it? Right? Again, it's a little counterintuitive. It means you're gonna have to say no to some people, and you're gonna have to turn some requests away. You can't be everything. You can't be leading every organization. You can't be, you know, the team mom to all the sports teams. You can't do the all of those things, right? You're gonna have to say no to some stuff and give other people the opportunity to step up and do it. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you don't feel so overflowed and overwhelmed with things. This is the one thing that I decided to create and give to my clients and friends this year, a planner, a monthly planner, really simple, you know, because if you put it down in writing, you might actually get it done because it's there. You took the time to write it down. So for those lucky winners, I am giving away 10 of these if you're local. So if you're interested, you need to email me at kasamasales.com and tell me what are your top 3 milestones this year, the big stuff that you're looking to accomplish. And I would be more than happy to give you this 2024 planner. It rocks. People are excited to get one, and I would love to see you put your plan in writing so that you can see it for yourself. I hope this is helpful. Happy New Year. Let's make 2024 a powerful year, an empowering year for you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the content, you want to hit subscribe and the bell notification so you don't miss future video. Your liking, subscribing, and making comments on the video help us reach more people to bring these valuable contents into their lives as well. Thanks for your support.